This is a production of Cornell University.
Good morning and welcome to Commencement Sunday at Cornell. We're really excited to have everyone here, and I was told to keep my remarks rather brief. We have an action-packed hour for everyone. First, thank you very much for getting up before 8 a.m. and arriving. We're trying something new at Commencement this year, which I'll explain in a moment. But first, I promise just a couple remarks. On the first day, when both our undergraduates and graduate students arrived, I tell everyone that there is nothing that the faculty and staff at Cornell want more than for all of you to succeed. And so this is a culmination of that success. So thank you for succeeding. Thank you, parents and friends, for helping your student to succeed. And thank you to the faculty for all the work you've put in to get to where we are with these folks today. I've had the pleasure of getting to know many of you, and it's remarkable to me how much each of you has taken control of either your schoolwork or your research project and really found your own voice. And I think that's so important as students, as you move forward, to remember that voice. Welcome. and to continue to use that voice. And one of the things that many of you know I'm very passionate about is using your voice to connect to the public and the communities that you move to. So I sincerely hope that each of you will use your voice to speak to those with whom you agree and to speak with those with whom you might not agree, but to use your voice to bring people together and to bridge the gap that sometimes exists between the public and our academic institutions. So with that, we're going to start our festivities. We are today honoring undergraduate majors in the plant sciences and agricultural sciences, along with our graduate students in the fields of horticulture, plant biology, plant breeding, plant pathology and plant microbiology, soil and crop sciences. And what we're going to do today for the first time, so be a bit patient with us if you would, is we are actually going to have the Director of Undergraduate Studies, the section chair for each of our graduate fields, along with the major advisor for each student. The major advisor will in fact put the hood onto each candidate. I did some research into the history of the hooding ceremony, and it actually comes from ancient, older times in in Europe, and specifically in England, and it was a sign of the difference that there was between those who were in academia and those who were not. And the term, it's thought that the term town and gown actually originated during those times. And I think that these days, we hope to bring town and gown together, and through this ceremony, while we are being hooded, we'll also remember that we are part of the town. So, without further ado, we are going to start with the field of horticulture. A certificate will be presented to each graduate by Dr. Steve Reiners, chair of the horticulture section, and each graduate will be announced by Dr. William Miller, who is our director of graduate studies.
Thank you, Chris, and good morning, everyone. We have 4 candidates who have earned advanced degrees in this academic year, and we would like to start with, in fact, my student, Isabel Brandstrom. And so, Isabel, I believe the idea is that you come up to the stage. And Isabel worked with me on a master's degree, and she worked on post-harvest physiology of tulips. Is Yoshi Harada here? We think Yoshi has not been here. Yoshi has earned his PhD in horticulture with Professor Nina Bassick and Tom Whitlow, and he worked on biogeochemistry of the Brooklyn Grange and urban rooftop farm. So if we don't have Yoshi, let's give Yoshi a hand in it. Our next candidate is Al Pacheco Kowaleski, PhD in horticulture, working with Bruce Reich and Jason Londo, based in the Geneva Experiment Station, which is about an hour north of here. And Al worked on aspects of cold hardiness and dormancy in grapevines. Oh, now I see why we have the school. And our final candidate in horticulture is Grant Thompson, PhD. And Grant earned his PhD with Jenny Cal-Niffen. And the topic of his dissertation was implications of land use legacy on soil microbiomes of urban grasslands. Thank you very much.
Okay, moving on to the graduate field of plant biology. Dr. Mike Scanlon will be announcing our graduates. Dr. Klaus Van Wyck, section chair, will be handing out the certificates.
Thank you, Chris. I'm proud to announce 3 PhDs today in plant biology. The first one is Daniela Elevato. She got a PhD for her work on evolution of phytochemical diversity in Pilocarpus using combined phylogenetic and environmental analysis. And she'll be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Kevin Nixon. Our next recipient is Camila Martinez Aguillon, and she did her work on 2 Cenozoic floras from South America, paleoclimatic and paleoaltimetry inferences. Her professor was Dr. Bill Crepay, and she'll be hooded by Dr. Alejandra Gandolfo Nixon. And next, Dana Robinson received her PhD for her work on ploidy and size in the Arabidopsis sepal. Her advisor is Dr. Adrian Roeder. Congratulations.
Next, we have the field of plant breeding. The section chair of the field of plant breeding, Jeff Doyle, will be handing out certificates, and I will be announcing for the field. The first candidate is Agustin Valverde, who received MS in plant breeding. His advisor, Dr. Margaret Smith, and Larry Smart will be hooding Agustin today. His thesis was diallele analysis of corn hybrids at different level of disease resistance and development of a selection index method based on production outcomes and responses to anthracnose stalk rot. Congratulations. Our next candidate is Craig Carlson. His major advisor, Dr. Larry Smart. He's getting a PhD, his dissertation topic, the genomic basis of heterosis in high-yielding triploid willow salix species bioenergy crops. Our next candidate, Ugochukwu Nathaniel Ikiogor. His advisor, Dr. Jean-Luc Janik. Dissertation topic, high throughput phenotyping and genomics assisted breeding for quality traits in cassava. Well done. Our next candidate, Roberto Lozano, PhD in plant breeding. Dissertation, advisor, Dr. Jean-Luc Janik. Dissertation topic, functional genomics to aid genomic prediction models in cassava. Our next candidate, Alfred Ozamati, PhD in plant breeding. Advisor, Dr. Jean-Luc Janik. The Janik lab has been very busy this year. Dissertation topic, genome-wide predictions for resistance to cassava brown streak disease and yield traits. Our next candidate is Nicholas Sant'Antonio, PhD in plant breeding. Advisor, Dr. Mark Sorrells. Well done, Nick. Dissertation topic, homologous epistasis in wheat, the search for an immortal hybrid. Our next candidate, I'm having trouble reading this morning apparently, Christine Diepenbrock, PhD in plant breeding. Her advisor is Dr. Michael Gore. Dissertation topic, genetics of provitamin A and vitamin E levels in maize grain. It does look fancy. For those of you who couldn't hear that, Mike just told her the world is yours. Our next candidate, Kirikun Sangsambun, PhD in plant breeding. Advisor, Dr. Don Vyans. Dissertation topic, breeding switchgrass for resistance to bipolaris diseases. We'll now move on to the field of plant pathology and plant microbiology. Section Chair Gary Bergstrom will be handing out certificates, and I will be announcing, which may or may not be a good thing. Our first candidate is Megan Biango Daniels, PhD in plant pathology and plant microbiology. Advisor, Dr. Kathy Hodge. Dissertation. Megan's dissertation title, Routes to Food Spoilage, Salt Fungi, and a New Apple Disease. A second candidate from plant pathology and plant microbiology is not here today. Mickey Drott is also receiving a PhD, and his advisor was Dr. Michael Milgram. So congratulations to Mickey. The final field that we'll be recognizing this morning is the field of soil and crop science. The Director of Graduate Studies for the field, Olina Vadamaniak, will be announcing, and Section Chair Tim Setter will be handing out certificates.
So it's my great pleasure to recognize students in soil and crop sciences. We have 2 graduates this year, and the first student is Laila Cronby. On biological and thermochemical conversion of human solid waste to fertilizers and soil conditioners. The second student is Michael Schmidt, advisor Anit Martinez. The dissertation thesis, Acres to Angstroms, Studies of Organic Matter-Mineral Interaction Across Scales. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce Don Wyans, professor in plant breeding and genetics, also associate dean and director of academic programs, who will announce the Ring Memorial Award winners.
Thank you, Elena. I have the privilege of presenting the Charles A. Ring Memorial Award to 2 of our graduating seniors in the plant sciences major, and this award is given on the basis of their scholastic achievement. So I'm going to announce their names right now so you can make your way up while I say a few things about the award itself. So the 2 students are Zeren Lin and Matthew Seaman, so if you could please come up forward. So each of these 2 students will receive 2 things. One is a certificate that's signed by the Plant Sciences Curriculum Committee and also the Dean of the College. And they will also receive a $375 check for each one of them. Now, the money for the check actually came from the payout of an endowment that was left by Charles A. Ring really over 100 years ago. It was 1913 when this endowment was given to Cornell. And it was given for the advancement of the plant sciences, but it was also given because, and I'm reading a quote here that comes out of the archives, it says, because my father, Dr. William Ring, was a personal friend of the founder of this university, also in acknowledgement of the great assistance the university has been to me on my farm. So I'd like to congratulate both of these students on behalf of the faculty and staff in the plant sciences major, and again on behalf of the college dean. So Zeren, congratulations. I'd like to invite Tony DiTomaso to come to the podium for the next part of our program. Tony is a professor in the section of soil and crop sciences. He's also the director of undergraduate studies in the agricultural sciences major. Tony?
All right, we're now getting to the really exciting part, which is honoring our undergraduates in the agricultural science and plant sciences majors. Just want to pass on a regret from Professor Marvin Pritz, who's the Director of Undergraduate Studies for the Plant Science major, and his son Kevin is graduating this morning in the Department of Entomology, so he couldn't be here. So hence why I'll be covering the dual purposes of announcing our undergraduates. For you, parents, friends, just want to tell you, this is an amazing group of students. I mean, you look at what they've achieved in the 4 years they've been at Cornell, or in some cases even less than that. It's truly amazing, and I'm expecting some great things from all of them. So with that, just to let you know how this is going to work, I'm going to be announcing the names of the students in both majors in alphabetical order. So it'll be a mix of ag science and plant science. I will mention also what degree they're getting. In many cases, we've got double majors here, i.e. these students are definitely high achievers. And also letting you know if they have any Latin honors and distinction in research. So with that, I will begin with Cairo Archer. I'm so glad I don't have to hood 35 students. Someday. Our next student is Dennis Attia. Now, Dennis, and I'll just mention as Dennis walks up here that for Cairo Archer, because I was giving handing out the diploma, I didn't mention that she's a double major in nutritional science and plant sciences, and also has graduated with distinction in research. So, Cairo, congratulations. Dennis is also a double major in agricultural science and animal science, and graduates cum laude. Congratulations. Christopher Bean, come on up, Chris. I think Chris has grown like 6 inches since he started at Cornell. Chris is a Bachelor's of Science in Agricultural Sciences. Congratulations, big guy. Chris, or as we call him, Blue, Bleventhal, a BS in Agricultural Sciences. Hawk Boyes. Hawk is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Sciences and graduates cum laude. Next is Nana Breacham. Nana there, all right, Nana. Nana is receiving a double major in agricultural sciences and plant sciences. Nana, get over here. She's already thinking graduate studies. Patty or Patricia Chan, come on up, Patty. Patty graduates with a bachelor's in plant science and also a cum laude honors. One of the best botanists I've ever met. Miles Collison. Come on up, Miles. Miles graduates with a bachelor's in plant science and magna cum laude. Very impressive. William Dahl. William, come on up. William graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in the Plant Sciences. Kelly Damon. Come on up. Kelly graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in the Plant Sciences. Elsa DeBecker. Elsa graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in Plant Science and cum laude honors. Megan Dodge. Megan is a double major in animal sciences and plant science. She's covered it all. This is great. Next is Felix Fernandez Penny. Felix completes a Bachelor's of Science in Plant Science and graduates magna cum laude. He was in my class, so he should be shaking my hand. Grades are still coming. No. Sorry. Just kidding. Cassidy Fletcher. Come on up, Cassidy. Cassidy's graduating the Agricultural Sciences with a cum laude honors. Nellie Guerra. Nellie, come on up. Nellie completed her Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Sciences. Taylor Harris. Come on up, Taylor. Taylor completed a Bachelor's of Science in the Agricultural Sciences. Sarah Hetrick. Come on up, Sarah. So Sarah has double majored in Agricultural Sciences, Plant Sciences, cum laude, and distinction in research. Bailey Hopkins Hensley. Come on up, Bailey. Bailey graduates with a Bachelor's in the Plant Sciences. Next is Nicholas Caravolius. Nicholas graduates with a Bachelor's in Agricultural Sciences and magna cum laude. Zeron Lin. Come on up, Zeron. So Zeron has completed a Bachelor's in the Plant Sciences, graduates summa cum laude, and with distinction in research. Congratulations. Kelsey McKenzie. That must be the Minnesota contingent here. Kelsey graduates with a Bachelor's in Agricultural Sciences and honors cum laude. Katie Mazer. Come on up, Katie. Katie graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in the Plant Sciences. Grace Montgomery. Grace graduates with a Bachelor's in the Agricultural Sciences and magna cum laude. Carrie Mullins. Carrie graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in Agricultural Sciences and magna cum laude. Allison Parrott. Allison also graduates with a Bachelor's in Ag Sciences and is also a magna cum laude honor. Natalie Roche. Natalie graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in the Plant Sciences. Okay, we're getting there, guys. Hang in there. We got plenty of time. Let the rains pass by. Brady Rogers, come on up, Brady. Brady graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in the Agricultural Sciences. Samantha Schultz. Samantha graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in the Plant Sciences. Cynthia Cias. Cynthia just left her graduate work to come here from Texas, so this is impressive in the middle of her research. Cynthia is a double major in agricultural sciences and plant sciences. Congratulations. Matthew Seaman. Is Matthew here? Oh, yes. Matthew graduates with a Bachelor's in Plant Science and summa cum laude. Congratulations. Nicole Miranda. Come on up, Nicole. Nicole is receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Agricultural Sciences and honors cum laude. Madeline Stark, or Maddie Stark as we know her. Come on up. Maddie graduates with a Bachelor of Science in the Agricultural Sciences. Benjamin Sword. Benjamin graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Plant Sciences and magna cum laude. Mr. Eric Vargas, is he here? Yes. Come on up, Eric. Eric graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in the Plant Sciences. James Winans. James graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in Plant Sciences and distinction in research. Gufei Xu. Gufei graduates with a Bachelor's in Plant Science and magna cum laude. Certainly last but not least is Linda Joe. Come on up, Linda. Linda graduates with a Bachelor's of Science in Agricultural Sciences and a cum laude. Oh, yeah. Okay. I will now say some words of wisdom. So just a couple of things for our PhD, master's, graduate students, and our undergraduates, and family, and all of you friends and parents. As a faculty member, I can say and speak for our other faculty members here and those that are not here, that it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. We've had the highs and lows, but it's been a pleasure to have been a part of your, hopefully in some cases, your kids, sons and daughters, their kind of progression through Cornell. And they've learned a lot, but we've learned a lot as faculty. And it's probably one of the things that I personally, but I know a lot of my fellow faculty members enjoy, is to be part of something that's greater than us. And I always tell these students, if I could get to Cornell and I could be a faculty member here, you guys can do it. And so I just want to really thank all of you. Certainly thank the graduates, but thank the parents, family, friends for supporting our students in the plant sciences and in the agricultural science, and certainly our graduate programs. And I know I speak for all of us to thank you, and we really wish the best for these young folks. I know they're going to do some great things, and I want to hear from all of you. We want to hear from you as to where kind of the next career path is. And oh, The most important part, this is an ag school, food is important. Right after the graduation ceremony at Sholkoff, we will be meeting in Trillium, which is in Kennedy Hall. That'll be at what, 12:15 or so? Right after the ceremony, and there'll be lunch will be served, so please come back, and this is a great chance for all of us, faculty and others, to interact with you, family members, and our graduates. So please don't forget that right after the ceremony is done over at Trillium. If you're not sure where that is, just ask anybody. I'm sure they'll be happy to tell you. Oh, I cannot forget to thank the two folks that have organized this. You can see I really prepped for this. Leah Cook and Carrie Richards. We really have to thank them. You know how they say there's always somebody behind somebody else's facade? These are the folks that have really been in the trenches for us, and the students know them, all of our graduates and undergraduates and faculty. We really appreciate it all. What help, their help, the little details that most us faculty don't kind of think about. They're there to do it. So thank you guys again. Congratulations, and we'll see you hopefully at Trillium after the ceremony over at Sholkoff Field. Thank you, everyone. I was just wondering, Carrie or Leah, was there supposed to be a group picture of the graduates?
Yes, on stage.
On stage. Plant science majors on stage. And we'll see if the ag science students do have to take a picture.
This has been a production of Cornell University, on the web at cornell.edu.